So this video, we're going to talk all about IES lighting. So what is IES lighting? IES lighting is something you can use inside Blender that is going to work with the cycles render and is going to give you more realistic lighting. So as opposed to just using a 3-light system and doing all the regular lighting that you would normally do, which you can do and you can make it look fairly realistic, what IES lighting does is in the cycles render allows you to use nodes and be able to add in real lighting. So there's a website that you can go to, ieslibrary.com, that houses thousands of these IES files with all different lights. So what is it really? So basically all the manufacturers of the light companies and stuff actually will show you what the distribution of light is, how much wattage, how much lumens, everything, and the shape of the light. And so what the website does is it actually processes and creates these IES files. So what you can do is you can come in here. It's going to explain to you a little bit about how IES lighting works. And then it's going to talk to you about how to be able to go and get the lighting. So you can actually come to the website and you can go to how to use it with Blender, and it'll tell you how to be able to get the download file, which all you literally do is you just go in there and you can watch one of the videos and it talks to you about setting it up. But basically you're going to go into there, you're going to add in the add-on, which I'll show you in a second, and then you're going to select what lighting you want to use. So you can click on any of these lights, okay? So if you like the shape of any of these lights, like this is a pretty unique one. It's hard to manufacture in Blender. So let's say you want to be able to do this. It shows you what it looks like inside of a cube. You can download the IES file. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to take and you're going to go into Blender. When you go into Blender, you're going to go in and let's say you want to be able to add one of these IES lightings in. First, you got to go and add the add-on. So you go to Edit, Preferences, make sure Enabled's not checked. You can search for the add-ons, but it's probably not going to show, so you're probably going to have to come up here to the little drop down on the right and hit Install from Disk. You go to Install from Disk, and you go to wherever your file is for the add-on. Okay, so I already installed mine. So I had the actual zip file, so I installed mine, but you'll basically come into wherever you downloaded it, install it, and then you're going to see it in here under IES Library. Okay, so make sure it's checked off. Now that you've done that and you want to use it, you're going to add in a light. So add in just like a simple point light, for example. Okay, we're going to put it in there. We're not going to change any of the settings on it. We're going to go to the shading workspace, and we're going to come down to the bottom and select Use Nodes. So what this does is it allows us to be able to use nodes within the cycles render. So make sure you're in cycles up here on the top. Okay. And always do GPU compute because most of the time the video card's better than the processor for processing renders. But basically you come back over here and what you're going to do is you're going to add in an IES lighting. Okay, so you're going to just type in IES texture. It's going to come up here. You're going to select external because it's not going to be within Blender. It's actually going to be within your file system. So hit external, go to this. To be able to select where your object's at, go to your folder where you have it saved. I obviously have a couple hundred of them in here. We'll pick one here at random, which you can actually put thumbnails in there, which I should do, but I just don't. Usually I'll go on the website and I'll try to match up what I would need and then download it and use it, but you can select the one that you want to use. Okay, it's going to automatically put it in there. You take your factor and put it into the strength. And what you're going to see is it's going to start showing a little bit. So that I picked one of the lighter ones, but you can increase the strength right from it. It'll show you exactly what the light setup is. Okay. And just to make it maybe a little more obvious, let's go ahead and put in a plane here. Just so you can see how it look on a flat surface. Okay. And so you're going to see the lighting and what it looks like on your object. So it looks a little bit more realistic. Now, let's say, for example, that you wanted to be able to change it and do something different. All you got to do is come back in here and let's pick a different one. Okay, so this one, as you see, has more of a rounded shape. So the other one was a little more oval. This is a little more rounded. Okay, you can come in here. And so they have some presets of what the strength and everything is already on here. So, and because all of them are different, You could literally, I mean, you could have them in a folder like me and just kind of flip through until you see something you want. But look at stuff like this. So like it changes the, even though you haven't moved the light, it changes where the light source is coming from, the strength, how the light is shaped. It's very different where the shadows lay on your object. So it can be really cool. And like some of them are really subtle lights, some of them are a little bit more pronounced. Like look at this one. Like this one has a much shallower size to it for where it's affecting the light. And you can see I actually have a lot of noise in mine, so I'll denoise that. But you could see where it's got a totally different shape to the light. So these are all ones that would be really useful. Probably better if I had a thumbnails to it, but you get my point. So either way, this is something that is really useful. I highly recommend go to the website, download it, get the realistic lighting. It's just going to make your life a lot easier when you're doing your lighting. You basically can pick a few that you really like, download them, and then have them set up to where you can just get your lighting ready to go. And you can still change the color. So like if you want to be able to change the color to a different shade or whatever, you absolutely can. And you can still do all your other things that you want to be able to do to lighting. But that's just a brief overview. IES lighting, like I said, make sure you go to ieslibrary.com, sign up for an account. It's free for all these to download. I highly recommend you just do the one that's got it's like the $3 a month, the Pro, because you're gonna not get any of the ads and other stuff that's on there. You have access to all 550,000 different lights. It's a crazy number. And then they also give you the ability to mass download, so you can just go in and click on them and download, and it goes pretty quick. So that's what I did, hence how I got 200 of them pretty quickly. So highly recommend that. Make sure you do that. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, it's a great tool to use within Cycles. Enjoy Blender and good luck.